thing is that we want to thank you for the patience which you have gone through as you waited for the outcome of the deliberations of the Zanu PF extraordinary meeting today, which centered on the endorsement or otherwise of the successful candidates for the various primary elections which were held throughout the 10 provinces. The president was very much happy with the work of the National Political Commissar and the conduct of the elections, which was done in an atmosphere of party members identifying themselves as a family. The results are all in now. They've come from the various provinces, including Masvingo and Midlands, which took a little bit longer because of logistical issues. You will also be happy to know that in the other provinces where logistical issues arose, there was an extension of the voting time. Our main interest being to make sure that the eager party members who were keen to cast their votes for the Zanu PF primaries were given a chance. You got to remember that at the end of the day, we want to catch as much of that vote as possible because it is a reflection of the support of the membership to the party and to the leadership of President E.D. Mnangagwa. The numbers of candidates were very high, which shows, and the other thing about it was the diversity of the candidates, in particular the active participation by the youths. It clearly shows that the message of hope is reaching to the younger generation. We are moving from apathy with national politics to active engagement with national politics. People are seeing that if they get into politics, they can make a difference. That's why there were so many candidates from various walks of life, the older and the young. We also see the inclusive nature of Zanu PF and the embracing of both the women candidates to address the gender issue, but also the youth constituents to address the population generation issue. So the party is very happy. We also made sure that people are not excluded for any frivolous reasons, because Zanu PF is a big house. Everybody can come into the house and everybody can identify with the house of Zanu PF. We didn't want an attitude of where somebody loses, he gets bitter because he's been treated unfairly. So there was as much as possible an effort to reach out and to understand the concerns of each cadre. That's why we're going through the name of each cadre. That's why it took so long. We're reading out the names of the cadre, the number of votes which they want, and any relevant comments about that particular cadre. We were using this occasion to learn about those who are aspiring to become the leaders of the party in the National Assembly of Zimbabwe. One aspect which came out is that if there were instances of violence in any particular constituency or ward, the president took a very hard line. You know, he's on record as saying that zero tolerance to violence. And he was very clear that charity begins at home. If there were instances of violence which were carried out by either of the candidates or both candidates in a particular constituency, one stood to be qualified if the information was available, and if the violence was mutual, then there will be reruns or there will be disqualifications. So far, they have been in the reruns. I'm not going to announce where the reruns are because we would rather have a comprehensive list when the whole process is done. It is work to be continued because it's we are going through the candidates with a tooth comb to see to it that they comply with Zanu PF ethos. So we are taking our time. We feel that, one, it satisfies the issue of discipline. Two, it satisfies the issue of inclusiveness. 3, it satisfies the issue of camaraderie within the party. We want to become one family. So this is an important exercise. We take it very seriously. We do not do like other parties which rely on some divine intervention in the mind of its leader. I'm talking of Triple C. He reads the Bible, then he reads out the candidates. Here, we do things in a more scientific manner. We actually look at what happened with the voters on the ground. So we have covered Harare, we have covered Bulawayo, the 2 major centers. The other provinces are still outstanding. We believe that next week, in the process of we will be able to complete this work. So hold your breath. The names of the candidates are surely on their way, and we will be announcing them to the public as expected. I thank you.